So there were a lot of things that I would not, I was not good at. I'm not great in. Like I struggled with. There's a couple videos back when I told you I'm not naturally gifted in like entertainment stuff like that. So I have to work hard at it, like really, really hard. But not only entertainment, just everything. So things I'm not good at. Oh, I wasn't good at. Like cooking rice. I couldn't cook rice to save my life. I just couldn't get the concept around my head of like this water and this grain. How am I supposed to get it from being rock solid to being that rice that you would taste in like a restaurant? Because when you go to a restaurant, the rice is like it's polished, it's perfect almost every time. But then I finally realized that a lot of those restaurants be cheating because they be having rice cookers. Yeah, because it's hard to get the consistency of that rice down. And I remember change like sometimes it's the pot. Some pots like they just interact differently with the water and what's inside of it. So if you're starting to learn how to cook rice, like one advantage I could give you is to make sure you got a good pot and make sure you learn that pot. So I remember learning how to cook rice, but the way that I learned was I threw out so many different pots. Like it was so bad. I was so heated with myself. Not enough water, too much water, coming out soggy, blah blah. Then I started to realize that well, rice it has like a lot of like I guess like fiber inside of it. I guess something is holding it like together. I mean, so you have to loosen up that rice grain. And that was like the best way to loosen up things is steaming. Because I started to steam cook a lot of stuff, like steam cook like broccoli, potato. Like there was mad things I started to learn how to steam cook. And I was like, so that rice, I guess what I'm doing is I'm not letting it steam cook. So I finally realized I needed to get the water to well, first I need to clean the rice. After I clean the rice, put the rice on the stove starting at a certain temperature, and then watch it until it starts to boil. And then when it starts to boil, you have to let that rice, the water, you got to watch the water level because when the water level gets down to a certain level and the rice is doing a certain thing, then you have to put a lid over it, turn the flame down, and then you let that sit. And now the rest of the water that's in there is supposed to evaporate, which is steam, steam cooking the rest of the rice. And I couldn't really get that concept down until I got it. So now I know how to cook rice. But the crazy part is, I watched a couple of YouTube videos, but YouTube videos they don't go in depth on like how to really sit there and get that rice correct. They're all fast videos. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. Do that. So it took a lot of trial and error, and I finally did it. So it goes to show like how you really have to master the craft of something. It's not just given to you. All these all these YouTube tutorials, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Yeah, that's just one thing. That's just like bland shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like bolts and nuts you gotta really twist to get. You know what I mean? You gotta really get in there with the monkey wrench. If you get what I'm saying. If you're a mechanic, there's certain things you gotta really, really learn how to do to get that job done. And now I know that, but I know now I know this information later on in life. I wish I would have known this information when I was younger. So if you are a person watching this video, make sure you pass along all your tricks of the trade to the people that you're around, especially the young ones, so they can get this information a lot sooner. I remember I was playing this character in a video game. I just started playing League of Legends. It's like the modern day chess, right? A lot of people struggle at that game. And I remember when I first started playing the game, I didn't know how to play that type of game. I was just coming from the Xbox. I had a controller. I did not know how to move the mouse and keyboard to play the game. That was the first time I was doing it. And then so I go into the game League of Legends, and then it's a different type of game. Like it's really, really different. And I'm going into ranked matches, and I made so many people lose games. And it was selfish on my part, but I didn't know. I didn't really know. I was just doing like what other people say. Oh, you should join rank so you can get good at rank. Listening to other people. So stop listening to other people, guys and girls. You got to start making decisions for yourself. And I've learned that now. So I messed up so many games for people. They don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But and I wish I didn't do that. But anyway, so a character. There was a character in the game. This character, and it's still in the game. It's known as Bard, and it was a weird character. But I liked it when I saw the character. Like, it could like go through walls and stuff like that. So I wound up buying a character. Like back then, when I first got to League of Legends, I was spending money like crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, get this character. Oh, $5 here. So I bought the character, and the character. I remember going into a match and people yelling at me like, "Stop!" Because Bard has a heal. You can heal your team. So on level 1, I would level up the heal, but I was supposed to level up his Q because his Q does damage and it would stun the enemy opponent. So if I throw the Q and if it hits somebody and it hits like a wall or something like that, it would stun them, and then my opponent can now attack them. Pretty dope. But I didn't even know how to play the champion, so I was always leveling the heal first. I was trying to heal my team, like here, take a heal, here, take a heal. And the guy was like, "Stop healing me, man! Play the game!" Like he was yelling at me. I was like, "Well, I am playing the game," but I didn't know. I didn't know, so I literally had to stop and evaluate what the hell am I doing in this video game. It's hard. It's really, if you've never played League of Legends, you should play it. But play it on the premise of this: you will respect the game, you will study the game, and you will play normal matches before you go into ranked matches. I just want to put that out there first and foremost because I've messed up a ton of games. And I do feel bad. Don't even the people that I have argued with in the past, like "F you," blah blah blah. Uh, I I have to say I was wrong. I shouldn't have been arguing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I should have been trying to figure out the situation. Now I understand that. Now I barely talking again. I barely talk. I might say one or two things, but most of the time I'm sitting there concentrating. I'm focused because I'm trying to help my team win now. Like I really know how to play the game now. So the character Bard, I I I wound up returning him. I refunded him. And when I refunded him, I think that was my last refund. You only get 3 refunds on your account for life. So if you buy something and you return it, you only get 3 times to do that. And I think what happened was that I returned them, and that was my last refund. But then I remember I started playing the game again. So I kept playing the game, and kept thinking about that champion Bard, and I was like, "Yo, I kind of like that the gameplay," but I was like, I don't know, like I was messing up. But I thought to myself, like, "Yo, you never give up on anything. You never give up on anything, son. Don't do that to yourself." So I went back and I purchased the champion. And now I'm probably one of the best bard players in the world. I have over 2 million, almost 3 million mastery points on him. I average maybe 50 to like 60% win rate with him, which is pretty good. It's include because he's like a champion that roams a lot, and it's like a lot of trickery with him. Like it's a lot of tricks, like mind games with Bard. It's not like a tank that you can stand in front of somebody and take damage. You know, you have to like know how to play the champion, really know how to play it, and I'm really good at him now. So there's a lot of things that come up in the world that I won't just allow to just defeat me. I didn't let rapping defeat me, and for a while I did, but I stopped it. I didn't let cooking food defeat me. Now I could cook. I could cook. I'm not a chef, but I could throw down in the kitchen. I can make some stuff happen. I didn't let video games defeat me. You know, I didn't let graphic design defeat me. I didn't let drawing defeat me. You know, I didn't let like directing and editing music videos defeat me. And that took me a while to get down too. If you have not seen Legend's last video, Burn Them Down, check it out. I think that's probably one of my best videos when it comes to like the way I edited it, the way I chopped up that stuff, the way the emotion of the video goes along with the emotion of the song. See, that's the thing that people don't pay attention to. Like, and that's not only with me, that's with a lot of people. And like a lot of people works. Like some people don't even really pay attention to like Kanye West works. They like listen to it. Like, oh yeah, college dropout. But are you really paying attention to the work that's in there? So when it comes to the burn them down video, people want, oh yeah, that was good. Oh yeah, I liked it. But did you really look at it? There's a part in there where I literally took Legend and I had like I had two versions of him moving. They was synchronized so perfectly to go along with the beat and at different color like graphics. Like, did you really see that? Because it's literally like a second. Like it's like a second long, like maybe 2 seconds long. That's how fast it was. But the way I chopped, the way the chops are going to the beat is musicality. The way the video is going to that beat is musicality. The way I got Legend, the way Legend is dancing and all that stuff, but the way it's happening is musicality. All that stuff. Did you see it? You know, people don't really pay attention to the finer details. They don't get that tape. That's sorry about that. The battery died. I got dummy batteries, but I can't find the dummy batteries. I gotta look harder to find them. But I got like 3 batteries over here, so I'm charging them at the same time. But people they don't really feel that sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like to taste that sauce. They don't really understand what goes into these projects. They don't really see it. So I encourage you to go back, watch that Burn Them Down video, and really watch it. Now, there's some people that do videos, and I watch them, and they don't really. It's not. They're just chopping. There's a lot of editors out there. They're chopping, but they're not chopping your visuals to the music. It's like they're off. They're not connecting. There's no connection there. That's a problem. But they got a lot of cool effects. Like they got like the cereal box jumping in the background. They got you with 3 versions of you and stuff. I could do that. I've seen all that. I have Adobe Premiere Pro, but I also have Adobe After Effects. So if I want to do all those special animations, I can do it. I can download templates off of like Video Hive if I want. You know what I'm saying? There's so many places where you can get templates and get all these assets and put it into your video. I could do all that stuff. But why? Because it's gimmicky. A lot of people are doing gimmicks in their editing process. They're not really matching your visual video footage to the music, the sound recording to be one cohesive piece. So I do encourage you to go back on my YouTube channel and watch the video Burn Them Down by Legend or Words from a True Legend. And watch from the beginning of that video to the end of that video. There's no major budget behind it. There's no pyrotechnician, no nothing. It's just that raw video footage that we shot of Legend and how musically I put it together to match. It's perfectly synced together. I want to say like a flawless piece of production. You know, but you never want to say stuff like that. But I remember people always say like, "Oh," and they always say that I say that I'm the GOAT. I've never said that. Let's put this out there really quick. People always say, my haters, they say, "Oh, he always talking about he's the GOAT," and I never said that. Though it was one time that it came out of my mouth, and it was in the diss record. Because I was saying it back, like, yeah, I am the mother, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a reference. But even still to this day, I never say that I'm the GOAT, and I never say that I'm the best. I always say that I try my best. I'm always practicing. But you see, when people don't like you, they hate you, they envy you, you see what they do. I don't hate anybody. I don't envy anybody. I don't care about anybody. That's the difference between me and them. They care. They care about what I say. What I say affects them. Yeah. What I say affects these people. That's what happens. What they say does not affect me. It doesn't bother me. Because if it bothered me, all the stuff I've seen in this last year, and I've seen a lot, trust me. I would have been came out and said stuff like blah, 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 wilding out. But my goals are bigger than that. Way bigger than what they can even comprehend. They don't even know the type of person I am. So I'm not even worried about nobody. But anyway, so there's a lot of things that I had to overcome and I had to learn. Not naturally gifted, but you have to understand this though. That's what reason why I'm bringing these stories to you guys and you girls is this. You have to understand all the stuff that you go through in life. How does it affect you? How does it make you, like, how does it, like, build characteristics in you now? Like, who are you now? Who are you as a person? Now, I always ask that question back in the days on YouTube, like maybe a year or two ago. Who are you in my old vlogs? Who are you? Nobody knows who you are. I kept saying nobody ever answered that. Nobody ever said that to me. They never came and said, "Dude, this is who I am." No. But now, if you watch, right, I've uploaded probably like 17, 18, 20 days in a row on YouTube. You know who I am. Y'all know who I am. Come on, son. You got to start living life before it's over. Tell you. You got to start living life before it's over.